fuzz and so forth written beneath each note. So this is your next step in education. To remember that the round note, look at the very first note here, that's so, the round note is so. The fa, okay, is the next note here, is your triangle, okay? And the la is the square. Now let's see if we can find any me's at all in this piece. I don't see a single me. Yes, the altos have me's. Yes. Yes?
I hate to pick up the concept. When these are written out, they are written out on the staff as well as the sheet.
Exactly. Like this, if you were to take it and play it on the piano, it would be exactly what it says here, that it's in the key of G, the F sharp is the F sharp, and the duration, the note durations are the same. Everything is the same. All they did was take regular music and just turn the little note heads into these little shapes to help people learn to read music who did not know how. It is really for the absolute beginner. And we who have had any kind of music training, choral work or anything like that, sometimes find that to be a handicap. You can actually learn to do this.
Well, we're in a dangerous position over here.
We are. There's no mercy.
Why don't you tell me who you are and what group you're with?
I'm Jocelyn Reynolds, and I'm with Lemon and Capers Morris of Boston.
And what is Morris dancing all about? You know a little bit about it.
Well, it's a very old form of dance. It was done in the courts in England in the 1400s and eventually got associated with May festivals. People like to say that it's fertility dancing, although that's a pleasant lie.
And was it it's for the entertainment of the viewers or the participants, or?
Yes and yes. Yes and yes. We do it because we love it, but we also like to have audiences enjoying it as well.
Mm-hmm. Originally, it was kind of a royal entertainment, or?
Originally, it was done in the courts, yes, and eventually it made its way out to the countryside and was done, more and more out in the country as time went on. And eventually, it fell out of favor in the courts, and it was basically done by the peasantry out in the countryside.
And has there been a renaissance recently, an interest in Morris, or has it always been popular?
It actually became sort of not popular, but partly because of the Puritans not liking it, and really went downhill quite a lot. And then right around the turn of the century, people started getting interested again. And in the last 18 years or so in the United States, there's been an incredible amount of interest in it, and teams have popped up all over the place. As you can see here, there are probably 14 teams here this weekend.
And they're mostly amateurs or professionals or what?
Morris teams are almost never professional. It's all just people who do it because they love it. They get together once a week and practice all year long, and then, you know, come May 1st, they're out there dancing. But it's never a question of professional dancing.
How did you happen to get started in this?
I had a sweetheart who is a Morris dancer, and he dragged me into it, and I never stopped since.
Each group seems to have their own costume, their own sort of unique features.
Right.
How do they develop their own style and their own costumes and everything?
Usually with a lot of argument. Teams will generally choose, the dances are, the villages in England had various ways of dancing, and those ways ended up often getting named after the village that they were associated with. For instance, a little while ago, this group here did a dance from the village of Headington, which is near Oxford in England. Most of the dances you're seeing today are from near Oxford, in fact, in the Cotswold Hills. Teams choose which traditions they want to do according to their own personal taste, and then they argue out how they want to interpret it. And you'll see teams doing the same tradition, but with their own interpretation, sometimes so much so that you can't really tell that it's that tradition exactly.
Together, right? Yes. Here it is.
Seen any of the improvements? Pear, apple, and peach? Not in size. I don't usually see them very large. You know, they're usually small things.
Yeah, I have a couple. I have about 2 or 3 more feet of them stacked up in my place.
So bones are a pretty old instrument. It's amazing. The funny thing is that people don't really know too much about them because they've been around for so long. Of course, in Boston we have the famous Mr. Bones, John Burrell of Boston, gaining notoriety as we speak, going down to New Orleans to do the Jazz and Heritage Festival. He's a great guy. A lot of people in Boston know Mr. Bones. But anyways, this is Bones, and you play them by moving your arm and your wrist together and clacking away. And if you take, excuse me, another pair in the other hand, you can no music, but just a little clacking of bones, I guess. But yeah, so that's kind of what I'm into is bones and percussion stuff. And this is a great festival. Have you guys been here before?
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah, a lot of good stuff.
It's neat.
Yeah, how many years have you been coming?
I've been coming here. This is my 14th festival.
Do you have any idea what the attendance is here? It seems like thousands.
Well, usually it runs around 8,000.
Is that right?
Yeah, and this year it wasn't even mentioned in the Globe. There wasn't even a word.
8,000 people crammed into half of Natick High School.
It's a community, right? This is a community that gets together once a year, the 47th New England Folk Festival. And they don't even advertise it anymore, you know, because if they advertise, can you imagine how many people would be here if people knew about it?
dancing is just really exciting to me. It's one of these things that's becoming recognized as a traditional American art form, and it's an incredible amount of fun to do, and it's really fun to play.
I've heard a lot of different folk dance types. What is swing dance?
Well, it's basically a type of dancing that you do to swing music, and to define that, one of the things that made swing, one way you can define it is it's usually tunes from the 20s and the 30s that are played in such a manner that the music swings. Now that's sort of not maybe a really good definition. An example would be music like Glenn Miller's band and Duke Ellington and Count Basie, and those are bands that made swing music popular. So a good way to explain swing is to have people go back and listen to some of those records. Now the difference between a big band swing and the way that we play is that we're a small group. We're a combo usually piano and drums and sometimes clarinet and sometimes a fiddle. And we play the big band tunes, but we take a little more liberty. We do a lot of solos. We have fun with the music. We play it fast, but we have a real bouncy swing rhythm that you can do swing dancing to. And I think I guess later on, if you do some filming of the swing dancing, you'll see people doing the jitterbug and some of those dances that were really popular in the late 30s and the 40s. And they're starting to come back, and it's amazing. I'm surprised myself to even see how the swing is really coming back.
They're all gone. This is the last little piece of balloon I have left. And I'm trying to make them out. Sometimes with little pieces.
Shuffle forward, then shuffle backward. G, middle finger on the C, and little pinky on the E. And now you are in what they refer to in the books as the second inversion, and that is the preferred chord position in the key of C at the moment. And then you hit the bass down here, boom. And I like to use thumb and little finger on the bass because of the nice deep boom that it gives, okay? All right, that's what this is shallow, but that has got something to it, see? Now, in that got something to it business, let's hit on that while we're hitting, and that is the man that says to me, you know something, we were talking like we are now, this kind of stuff. And the guy says, you know, he says, I never heard a piano play too loud at a dance. Hello, Marilyn. I never heard a piano play too loud at a dance. And that was Jack Perrin. Some of you know who Jack is. And what he meant was that you don't want to break the thing in two playing on it, but at the same time, the dancers are way down the hall, down at the other end down there. And what are they trying to listen to? What do they want? They need that thump, 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 thump to hook onto clear down the other end of the hall. They may not hear the melody all that great, but by God, if everything works right, they can hear that clear down on the other end, and that keeps the dancers in time to the music, you see. That's the deal.
Did they go this way? Well, first they were eight. Wow.
We're going that way because Jeremy said she's over there.
Really? Well, you know, they're having a little trouble getting the right distance.
Great. Okay, thanks a lot.
But I watched it.
Hot air? Do we have things for hot air? Sure.
We don't have paper press.
The other.
Till sun shall rise shall rise and set no more. The sun shall rise and set no more.
Well, I'll buy you Chevrolet. Gonna buy you a Chevrolet.
I want a minivan.
I'll buy you a Chevrolet if you do something for me. If you do something for me.
I don't want no Chevrolet. I don't want no Chevrolet. I don't want no Chevrolet. And you can't do nothing for me now. You don't do nothing for me.
Well, I'll buy you a brand new home. I'm gonna buy you a brand new
I
home.
want a condo on Beacon Street.
I'll buy you a little shack if you do something for me. If you do something for me.
I don't want no brand new shack. I don't want no brand new shack. I don't want no brand new shack. And you can't do nothing for me now. Can't do nothing for me at all.
Well, I'll buy you a brand new guitar. I'm gonna get you a green guitar. Get you a green guitar with the hula dancer in the back. You do something.
I just got a new guitar. I already got a new guitar. Plus yours is ugly. So you can't do nothing for me. Can't do nothing for me. At least you can play it.
Well, I'll buy you a brand new dress. I'll get you a brand new dress. You could use a brand new dress. You do something for me. You do something for me.
I don't want a brand new dress. I can't use a brand new dress. You can't keep your brand new dress. You can't do nothing for me. You can't do nothing for me.
All right. Last chance. Well, I'll buy you a wedding ring. A very nice wedding ring. I'll buy you a wedding ring if you do something for me. If you do something for me.
What is it you want?
All I want is
Let's see, a wedding ring.
car. You get two of any two.
I don't want a wedding ring. I don't want your wedding ring. I don't want your wedding ring. And you can't do nothing for me, boy. You can't do nothing for me.
Well, I'll buy you a Chevrolet. Buy you a Chevrolet. American made. Buy you a Chevrolet. If you do. If you do.
I can't believe you said that on stage. I don't want a Chevrolet. I don't want a Chevrolet. I don't want your Chevrolet. And you can't do nothing for me. It's final. You can't do nothing for me. wrote Erica Levine. Boogaloo is here right now. He's the one guy who isn't clapping. When Erica Levine was 7.5, up to her door came Jason Metcalf, and she said, "Will you marry me, Erica Levine?" And Erica Levine said, "What do you mean?" "Well, my mother and my father say a fella ought to marry, and my father said his brother, who is my Uncle Larry, never married, and he said Uncle Larry is a dope, so will you marry me?" Said Erica, "Nope." "My piano teacher's smart, and she never had to marry, and your father may be right about your Uncle Larry, but not being married isn't what made him a dope. Don't ask me again, 'cause my answer's nope." When Erica Levine was 17, she went to the prom with Joel Bernstein, and they danced by the light of a sparkling bobby sock, 'cause the theme of the prom was the history of rock. And after the prom, Joel kissed her at the door, and he said, "Do you know what that kiss was for?" She said, "No, I don't, but you kissed just fine." And he said, "What it means is that you are mine." And she said, "No, I'm not," and she rushed inside. And on the way home, Joel Bernstein cried. She cried too, and wrote a letter to Ms., saying, "This much I know, I'm mine, not his." When Erica Levine was 23, her lover said, "Erica, marry me. This relationship is answering a basic need, and I'd like to have it legally guaranteed. For without your precious love, I would surely die. So why don't we make it legal?" Said Erica, "Why? Basic needs at your age should be met by you. I'm your lover, not your mother. Let's be careful what we do. For if ever I should marry, I will marry to grow, not for tradition or protection or possession, no. I love you, but your needs are a very different issue." Then he cried, and Erica handed him a tissue. When Erica was 30, she was talking with Lou, discussing and deciding what they wanted to do. "When we marry, should we move into your place or mine? Yours is rent control, but mine is on the green line." And they argued and they talked, and they finally didn't care, so they rented an apartment near Davis Square. The wedding was a simple one, they wanted it that way, and they thought a lot about the things that they would choose to say. "I will live with you and love you, but I'll never call you mine." The judge pronounced them married, and everyone had wine. And a happy ever after life is not the sort they got, but they tended to be happy more often than not. I was just thinking about how many fine songwriters and tune writers and singers are all in this room tonight. And how great it is to have a festival where everybody can get together under one roof and sweat.
Can you describe what a musician does to the rhythm or to the tune to make it a swing tune?
Sure. One of the things is you take a lot of liberty with the melody, and a lot of times we'll start out a swing tune, we'll play the melody as you might see it in a book, the way it's written. The next time through the melody, we change it a little bit so that it's sort of recognizable, and usually by the third time through, it's unrecognizable but it's flowing and it's following the chord changes, and it's just sort of becomes free and loose. And one of the tricks, one of the things that's fun to do for good jazz musicians and swing musicians is get as far away from the melody as they can and still be able to get back by the end of their solo. And it's kind of a thrill. It's kind of fun to see how far out you can take the music and still get back and still have it sound good.
Like let it all out and bring it all back home?
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And that's one of the things that makes it really fun to play. And then for the same reason, similarly for dancers, they can do exactly the same thing, because there are some basic swing steps. There's like a Lindy hop, and there's a basic 6-count step that fits the music, but there's a lot of variations you can do. And dancers will do exactly the same thing. They'll do a little fancier moves and a little fancier, and they want to be able to finish their dance step and finish a move and get back, so that they can get back to their starting point and do a basic step, so then they can even do a fancier move the next time. So it's a lot of improvisation, both from the musicians and the dancers' point of view.